It's Papa Drew, and we are going to do an unboxing of the Wi-Fi Ranger Skypro pack. LTE edition for me, baby! Woohoo! Hey, I'm a hand model today. You don't need to see me. That's okay. I know where everything is. We're good to go. I want to thank the Depreys big time for sending this to me so I could do an unboxing. We're going to install this on the coach, and we are going to film it in Papa Drew fashion. And we're going to show you where we mount everything and why we picked the components we picked out of this box and how everything works. So let's get into it. I am stoked on how to get this done. Yeah! All right, here we go. Let's flip the box around. Bingo. Right on. Let's blow the cover off this bad boy. Ready? Here we go. Bang! Get out of there! Here we go. Wi-Fi Ranger. Look, Wi-Fi Ranger sends you their quality control. That this has been tested. It's been verified. And it's been built in America. Thank you very much, Wi-Fi Ranger. That is awesome. Good job. And if you flip it over, you can see who checked it. 100%, man. That is awesome. We know it's going to work. I know it's going to work because I've plugged it in. You betcha. So anyway, let's take this and set it aside, if we can here, without me messing everything up. All right. The first thing we're going to open up is the instructions. Right? So 1, 2, 3. They give you step by step on the instructions, right, on how to install this. It's so easy. This is for the data. Look, SIM cards. Awesome. 2 is better than 1. 2 is better than 1. I'm going to keep saying that throughout this whole video. And I'm going to explain why 2 is better than 1. This is so simple. It's a non-brainer. There are 4 screws right here. All you do is you unscrew those. Lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Take the cover off gently. Right? We don't have to be hard with this and pull it real hard because you'll pull the wires right out of the antennas and then it won't work. So let's not just grab stuff and pull real hard. Let's unscrew this, gently take off the cover, set it aside just like in step 2, right? Then we're going to locate the SIM card. We're going to pull the little tab on the SIM card. We're going to put our SIM card in. We're going to put it back in, and you're pretty much done. Put the screws back on. The nice thing about this, it's completely weatherproof. It can get rained on. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. You can go ahead and wash your roof, do whatever you want. It's completely weatherproof. That's amazing. Good job, Wi-Fi Ranger. Awesome. All right, setting that aside, put that over there. We're going to go through the instructions. That's an air conditioning unit on top of your coach. We're going to keep it at least 24 inches. Do you know why we're keeping it 24 inches? Because this puts off interference. Interference kills Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi does not like interference. Matter of fact, Wi-Fi doesn't even like other Wi-Fi. Okay? So we're going to keep it 24 inches apart. Notice we got 2 antennas. 2 is better than 1. They even give you a template and tell you what drill bit to use in order to get the connector through the top of the roof. I mean, this is a no-brainer. When I was in the Marine Corps, we went by a saying, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. And that's exactly what Wi-Fi Ranger's doing. They're going right by the numbers here. Not a big deal. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so this has 2 ways of connecting. You can connect either with Wi-Fi or your cellular LTE data. When you go buy your SIM card, do not buy a SIM card that has data and talk and text because you're just wasting your money. You're just going to go off the data for the SIM card. All right, they're cheaper that way also. So we have in the box, which is nicely packed, the Wi-Fi Ranger core. This is the heart or the brains of the operation, okay? This little box is super, super cool. You can tether with USB. You can hook it up from a hotspot because it is wireless. This is a wireless router, 2.4 gigahertz to 5.8 gigahertz. What? What does that all mean, Papa Drew? I don't understand. It's okay. Remember back in the day, we had cordless phones in your house? That was 900 megahertz. We got you covered with Wi-Fi Ranger. Don't worry about it. 2.4 or 5.8, you can switch between the 2 bandwidths. and get you covered there. Also, check this out. 4 ports if you want to plug in your Cat 5 and 1 colored port. The color port matches up with the module that goes on the roof, the one that's weatherproof. Look, it's just a no-brainer, beeps. We can easily do this. If I can do this, you can do this. And I had this hooked up, and it worked flawlessly. All right, so this device works on 24-volt DC. That's a square wave. It comes in a box with what I call a wall wart. This is 110-volt AC, standard household voltage, or if you plug it into your coach and you run your generator, right, AC, or if you have an inverter in the coach, this will work on 110 AC, all right? That's one way to go. And on the other end of this, they give you the mighty connector. The connector plugs right in here. Watch. Boom, I'm done. I plug this into the house. It's powered. I wait my 3 minutes for this to boot up. I log in. I set up my passwords and everything. Awesome. That's great. This is a standalone unit, by the way. You can use this all by itself. You don't need what's on the roof. You want what's on the roof, trust me, but you don't need it, okay? This is not the way we're gonna go for my motorhome. Gamma's not getting hooked up this way. The way that I'm gonna go with my motorhome is this bad boy right here. This bad boy takes 12-volt DC, your coach batteries, and steps it up to 12 or 24 volts DC. So it's going from 12-volt DC to 24-volt DC. Same connector on the end, same way you plug it in, okay? Not that hard. It's real easy. There's only one place to plug that in. It's right there, all right? There you go. That's it. That's the way Gamma's gonna get plugged in on my coach. And the reason why we're doing that is if I'm boondocking somewhere and I wanna run Wi-Fi, right, even through my LTE data plan, I have to fire up my generator to get that AC. I don't want to fire up my generator when I'm boondocking. The neighbors get mad. They throw things at us. That's not cool, right? 12-volt DC, quiet, hooks up to the coach batteries. Go ahead and run this. It's not power hungry. You're good to go. You got Wi-Fi, and you're protected through their firewall. More on that later, okay? This is an awesome system. They give you this. It's part of the package. Amazing. Thank you, Wi-Fi Ranger, and good job on the 24-volt DC. All right? Setting that aside. Here's your SIM card. Ross and Heather from the Depreys already put it in my box. So I don't have to mess with that stuff. It's already in there. This comes with the kit. It's Verizon. So all you have to do is take this down there. They'll activate this SIM card for you, and you're good to go. But it works on all the other carriers. Papa Drew, I don't like Verizon. I like AT&T. Okay, well, go get an AT&T's data card, SIM card. Plug it in there. It works on T-Mobile as well and Sprint. They got you covered. Don't worry about it. It's all good to go. I love it. I'm excited. Okay, now let's talk about the piece of resistance. Here are those 4 screws. They're right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, right? Do not caulk these. No sealant. Don't caulk them. You can caulk down here. Don't caulk here. Don't caulk here. These are breakaway antennas here. They have a little play, so if a little branch or something hits them, you'll be all right. Do not caulk this. When you're taking this case off, be careful. These antennas are connected to the board inside here. Don't rip this case off the top. You'll disconnect these antennas and then you're in a lot of trouble. All right, it's not heavy. They give you 30 feet of cable, everything you need to get started. They made this very, very I don't think they could have made this any more user-friendly. I really don't. It's flat. You have 4 holes here so you can screw it onto your roof if you want to. Die-core it down, 3M if you want. It's not heavy. It's not going to blow away. I'm going to go ahead and screw mine down. Not a big deal. Put a little die-core on there. We're good to go. All right, enough of this. We've thrown a lot of information at you that you might not understand. Like when we're talking about Wi-Fi and 2.4 gigahertz and everything else. You might not understand all that. So let me go over a little bit about what Wi-Fi is, all right? Wi-Fi is the ability to send huge amounts of data for pretty long distances, okay? Now, if you're sending huge amounts of data and there are things in the way, trees, buildings, large people eating McDonald's, stuff like that, you're gonna have some data loss. You're gonna what they call packet loss, all right? Don't worry about it. Wi-Fi Ranger's got you covered. Remember, 2 is better than 1. I keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying that, all right? Wi-Fi is, what it really is an electromagnetic radiation. It's visible, kind of visible, invisible beams of light, right? It has radio waves, it has X-rays, it even has gamma rays. No, it's not going to turn you into the Incredible Hulk, but it will let you check Facebook while you're on the potty. That's kind of cool, okay? Let me show you, for people who don't know, what a Wi-Fi signal would actually look like. If you could see a Wi-Fi signal going through the air, let me show you what it would look like and how it actually works. All right, the Wi-Fi signal comes in and it looks like this. Okay? Hey, that's cool. These are called peaks. These are called valleys. Peaks and valleys, right? On a peak, the signal is telling your computer it's on. On a valley, it's telling your computer it's off. That's how your computer is reading this. It's also reading the distance between the peaks and the valleys to tell you, that's how it determines whether, hey, this is a picture of a Great Dane, or, hey, this is Papa Drew playing with his Great Dane on the beach at the Rincon Parkway. And that signal is going to look like this. It's going to come in and it's going to be very close together. Okay? That's how your computer is going to tell what the two are, and that's how it's going to decipher what you're looking at. All right? There's a little bit of history on what Wi-Fi looks like. Now, Wi-Fi and cellular are two different animals. They're not the same. Okay? It's like having a Jeep. You can drive the Jeep on the regular road, the freeway, nice and smooth, it's good to go. Or you can take that same Jeep and drive it off-road and have a great time, right? It's one vehicle, one Wi-Fi Ranger Skypro LTE version, one thing that can do two. Remember, 2 is better than 1. And that's what this is. So if I'm not getting the Wi-Fi, right, but I am getting my cellular data, Wi-Fi Ranger's got you covered. It's going to work. All right? Now, the longer the transmission is on Wi-Fi, you're going to have what's called packet loss. Or if Wi-Fi bumps into your neighbor's Wi-Fi, it might cut out one of the packets or 2 of the packets. And that's what this is. When they say, hey, you're getting packet loss, that's what's going on. I'm just losing some of my peaks and my valleys. That's why you're buffering, because the computer is trying to figure out what in the world is going on, and it's got to wait for more of those packets to get buffered closer together to be able to read them. That's why you'll see sometimes it'll say loading, and then all of a sudden, boom, it goes really fast. Well, that's because the computer got a better stream of Wi-Fi without the loss of packets or data. Okay? That's all that is. So let's erase this, because I only have so much whiteboard, just like I only have so much train horn for people cutting me off of my motorhome. All right. Excuse me. So we go over to our nice campground, okay? And we're going to draw the clubhouse where you check in. Here's the door, right? Here's the roof. And then here is a pole. And we've all seen that pole on the clubhouses. That pole will broadcast, right, Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is going to come out. Boo, 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 boo. I'm happy little Wi-Fi. I'm playing Papa Drew. Okay. And then sometimes the parks are huge, and the Wi-Fi just can't reach out to the back of the park. So they'll put in what they call repeaters. And all that does is it takes the Wi-Fi and it boosts it up and it pops it back out the other side. This signal, by the way, is going 360 degrees all over the place. That's Wi-Fi. everywhere. Boop, boop, boop. This one's going 360 degrees, and it's covering everywhere, okay? All over the place. If you could see Wi-Fi out there, everything would look blurry and it kind of look like big umbrellas. All right, that's what Wi-Fi would look like. Okay, so with that being said, the nice people, when you checked in, decided to stick you out here on the North 40. Okay, here's your RV. Oh my gosh, I got trees, and I got large people eating McDonald's, and I got buildings and RVs and everything in my way. I can't get on the Wi-Fi without the Wi-Fi Ranger SkyPack Pro LTE. They got you covered. Don't worry about it, baby. It's going to take in the signals from everywhere around. So say you're over here and Farmer Ted behind you in the field has an unsecured line in his house. He's got a little router and it's beaming out Wi-Fi all over the place. Your Wi-Fi Ranger is going to pick up some of that signal. Okay? It's also going to pick up some of the signal from the park. It's also going to pick up signal from other RVs who don't have Wi-Fi Ranger SkyPack Pro with the firewall installed. And that's going to send out stuff. Okay? Maybe you're camping by a Starbucks, you're glamping, and Starbucks is sending out a signal. Well, Wi-Fi Ranger SkyPack Pro LTE is going to pick all that up with both of those antennas. And then what they're going to do is they're going to blend it all together. And they're going to make it a stronger signal. So if you have some of the packet loss on this signal, but maybe this signal is stronger, it's going to understand that and put them together so you don't buffer. You don't have that problem. That's what you're paying for when you're paying for Wi-Fi Ranger. You're paying for their back-end software that's amazing. Literally, it is amazing. It is really cool. Well, that's great, Papa Drew. That's so awesome that it does all that stuff. Now, here's the kicker. If you are out on the North 40 and you just aren't getting any Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi Ranger's got you covered. Don't worry about it. They got LTE. You pop in your SIM card, you call up Verizon and say, hey, I want the unlimited data plan from Verizon. Not a problem. Wi-Fi Ranger's going to try and pick up a couple different ways. It's going to try and pick up the source from the park, right? That's when you go into your Wi-Fi Ranger and it says, hey, you need to enter your password. It's going to try and pick that up. If it can't pick that up, it's going to look at Farmer Ted's unsecured and the coach next to you unsecured Wi-Fi and pick that up. If it can't do that, then it's going to go off your data plan and pick that up. So you will have Wi-Fi. It's got you covered. This is the neatest thing since, wow, this is just really cool stuff, okay? So you're probably thinking, oh, wow, this is really neat. I can drive down the 405 freeway at 2 a.m. at 150 miles an hour in my RV, which is probably normal in Southern California here, right? And I can just pick up all this Wi-Fi from Starbucks and McDonald's, and I might drive by a Walmart and pick up some of their Wi-Fi data. Well, it's not going to work that way. Wi-Fi, you're not going to be able to pick up like that. You're going to be traveling too fast, and it's just not going to be consistent. But that's okay, because if you get a SIM card and you have cell connection with Verizon and you have their unlimited data plan, or you have a data plan with them, I'm not pitching one carrier over another here, but you have a data plan with them, Wi-Fi Ranger SkyPack Pro LTE, that's the key right there, LTE. It's got you covered. You hook that up to the 12 volts in your coach, use that step up to the 24 volts into the core, up to the roof. You're going to have Wi-Fi broadcasting all through your coach as you're driving down the road, as long as you pick up the cellular data plan. I'm not talking about the Wi-Fi data plan, the Wi-Fi. I'm talking about the cellular. You're going to be good to go. So anyway, this is my little review on Wi-Fi Ranger Sky Pro LTE, and it's amazing. I hooked it up here in the condo. I put my phone on hotspot, and it picked it right up, logged in, boom, we were good to go. We were off to the races, ha-ha! We're going to install this on Gamma. I'm going to show you how I do it, where I put stuff, and how we get things done. That's another video coming up. We're trying to grow the channel, so I'd appreciate it if you would like the video, if you liked it. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. Okay, cool. I get it. If you could share the video, that'd really help out the channel. Subscribe as always. That's cool. And then smash the bell. Click on that bell, right? So when I post new videos, you'll see them. And we're posting videos more and more frequently now onto the channel. So anyway, this is Papa Drew. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate taking time out of your day. And if you have a chance, go pick up a Wi-Fi Ranger Skypro LTE. I didn't pay for this stuff. It was sent to me for free from the Depreys. So I have no money invested in this. I just think it's a really cool product. We were out camping on a side note, and we ran out of our data for our cell phones. I could have really used this. This would have saved me a lot of money because I got overages on my data. I wish I had this. It would have paid for itself. So anyway, this is Papa Drew, and I am out.